TIFU by not realizing I didn't have a master's degree. I'm on mobile, so sorry for the formatting. TLDR at the bottom. This happened yesterday, but I guess the FU technically spans approximately 5 years. I finished my master's degree in late 2019, or at least I thought I did. After a grueling year of working part-time and writing my dissertation, at long last I got it finished, presented it in November, got my grade immediately after. My dad was even there to watch the presentation. Good times. Because the holidays were right around the corner, I didn't have my diploma until February 2020 and, well, I think we all know what happened to the world right after. When I got home after getting the diploma, I scanned it so I would have a digital copy to send to employers and stuff, put the physical version safely away, and proceeded to not really think about it anymore. That's where the FU began. To be honest, I didn't even really look at it super carefully. Writing my dissertation was so incredibly exhausting and draining that I was just glad it was over and wanted to focus on my work. Years went by. I got through the pandemic, my career as a freelancer started gaining momentum, I fell in love, even moved to a different country. Recently I changed my name and emailed my university to ask about getting new copies of my diplomas with the new name. Somewhere in one of the replies from the university they asked, "Are you perhaps referring to your specialization diploma? We have no record of you finishing a dissertation, only all the other classes in the master's degree." My heart dropped. I looked at the digital copy I've kept for years, even dug up the physical version just to be sure, and lo and behold. While the diploma does mention the master's degree by its name very early on the middle of the second page it does specify that it's a specialization. I have to admit I panicked. I scoured my old emails for something, anything, that could help me prove that I didn't imagine the whole thing and wrote back explaining that I did finish my dissertation and asking what can be done to try to understand what actually happened here. They haven't replied yet, hopefully they will in the next few days. I know the professor who was my advisor can vouch for the fact that the presentation did indeed happen, but I'm terrified that, because it's been so long, nothing can really be done about it anymore. I guess time will tell. I honestly feel heartbroken. Thinking that all that hard work could go to waste makes me want to cry. More than anything, I'm furious at myself for not paying more attention and catching this sooner. I feel like such an idiot. Wish me luck figuring this out. Edit, you guys, I found my dissertation in the university's online repository. It was published after all. I'm emailing them again with this information. Hopefully it will be enough proof that this is most likely an administrative error. Tomorrow is a holiday in my home country, so I'm not expecting to hear back from them until Monday, but I will make an update post as soon as I have more news. Also, I understand that in most English-speaking countries you write and defend a thesis for a master's degree, but I'm not from an English-speaking country. In my university they call it a dissertation. I'm sorry that caused some confusion. Update. Hello everyone. A few days ago I posted about how it took me 5 years to notice that what I thought was a master's diploma was actually just a specialization, and my university didn't actually have any record of me finishing the degree. Some of you asked for an update, so here it is. First of all, I want to thank you all for the comments on my original post. I tried my best to keep up with them, but I have to admit I didn't expect my post to get so much attention. Once again, sorry for the mobile formatting. The TLDR will be at the bottom. I'm super happy to let you know that I have good news. To those of you who guessed this was probably an administrative error, you were correct. On the same day I made the post, I found my dissertation, or thesis I guess, in the university's repository, which means that it did end up getting published like it was supposed to, and I emailed the university again with this information. I also took some time throughout the weekend to email my advisor and gather some information on who else I could potentially reach out to escalate the matter if I didn't get a reply from the people I already emailed, but fortunately it seems that won't be necessary. Yesterday, at long last, I heard back from the university. It turns out that when I finished my master's they were transitioning between IT systems and something in my records didn't get properly updated. Fortunately they told me they were already in the process of fixing it and apologized profusely for the mix-up. I hate that something so small caused such an issue, and I'm kind of super pissed at them for the FU, but at least I'm happy it seems to be a simple and fixable problem. It might have caused me a ton of anxiety, but I do still have my degree and I'm getting my diploma. Only took 5 years and a couple of meltdowns, lol. Now I'm off to write to my advisor again, let her know everything should be fine. I feel kind of silly for wasting her time like this, but oh well. Thanks again for all the support and advice, and to those who have been through a similar situation, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. It really sucks that this apparently happens so often. Hearing about your experiences made me feel way less alone, but this kind of stuff shouldn't be happening so much in the first place. Have a good one, Reddit. Thanks for listening to me.